Hello, Marcus Lim here with All-Star Batman, and this is the Deluxe edition, Scott Snyder, and this collects the entire All-Star Batman series, which went for 14 issues. So here they are. So issue number 1, issue number 2, issue number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then we got 12, 13, and 14, right? So quite a number of issues all in this volume here, right? It's a pretty fat one, right, for the deluxe edition. Deluxe edition, so it's bigger than the standard size. Okay, so here's what it says: Tales of the Dark Knight. Yeah, it says it collects the entire 14 issue series, which I was just showing you before. Okay, yeah, so this All-Star Batman series by Scott Snyder, right? So Scott Snyder, he was the writer of the Batman series back in the New 52 era, right, for its entire run. And then when they did the rebirth, right, he actually passed it to Tom King, but he decided to do All-Star Batman, which gave him the opportunity to, I guess, make use of villains that he hasn't been able to play with back when he did Batman. Right, so this is his opportunity to go all out. All out. Is there anything here? Actually, I should mention that this is from, right, issue number 1. The back cover of the jacket. Alright, and I believe these might be perhaps like variant covers of some of the issues. And this one here, let me see if I can get it. Yeah, you can see it's from issue number 9, right? The very nice cover by Jock. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, All-Star Batman, the deluxe edition. So the first story arc, which goes for I think 5 issues, so issue 1 to 5, is called My Own Worst Enemy. That's issue 1, Miles Traveled 0. Yeah, so you can see right from the start, right? It's quite brutal. It's quite it's as I said before, a chance for Scott Snyder to go all out, right, unhinged, and really just being able to use characters that, especially the villains, right, that he hasn't been able to use before. I think that's Killer Croc, but essentially this is a two-phase story, and I think the easiest way to describe this first story arc would be sort of like a road trip with Batman, and Batman attempting to take Two-Face to a location somewhere in order to be healed. Right, but the twist is that the other half of Two-Face, the evil half, has actually placed a bounty on Batman, and so you've got all these villains coming after Batman and Two-Face as they are attempting to get to their location. And that's also a good excuse, right, to introduce all these villains along the way. Alright, we get Duke as well. Duke, at the time, he was kind of popular as sort of like a sidekick to Batman, right? Yeah, so that's Two-Face, right? You got KGBs, yeah, you got all these villains that pop up that you know, that Tom King has that Scott Snyder has not been able to use. So that's My Own Worst Enemy, the first story arc. And then we get to Ends of the Earth, which goes for the next story arc, which goes for 4 issues. And this starts with Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze, right? Another villain that Scott Snyder didn't get the chance to use, right? So now he's able to use Mr. Freeze in this storyline. And yeah, this second storyline, Ends of the Earth, is a little bit more thoughtful, right? A lot of it is done in prose. And yeah, it's really about thinking through different, like getting into the heads of these different characters, right? Mr. Freeze, like we've got Poison Ivy, and then we've also got in this third part here, the Mad Hatter, right? Jervis Tetch, and as we get to the last part, right, that's a pretty cool cover by Jock. And I should also mention that Jock previously worked with Scott Snyder in their very first Batman collaboration back when they did Black Mirror, which was way before even New 52. So this is a great reunion, right, between the two of them. Here's the final part of Ends of the Earth with Ra's al Ghul. So you got all these villains popping up. And the final arc in All-Star Batman, the first ally, goes for another 5 issues, right? Issue, I think, 10 to 14. This one is a really fun one. It's called The First Ally, and it features Alfred, but not Alfred the butler, but Alfred as this kick-butt action hero who's very much a partner of Batman in his crime-fighting mission here, which features insane chases, insane action, thrilling chases, high seas, intrigue, right? It's got a very swashbuckling feel to it as well. It's just like very action-packed. You can tell just from these pages as I flip through. It's just crackling with energy, and yeah, very fun. very fun Batman story, and always good to see Alfred in action, right? Especially an Alfred who is just the action hero as Batman is. And now we get to the last issue now, finale, which really closes out the whole arc strong, right? So I'm just flipping through this quickly. It's a big one. Yeah, and we also have the side stories. So in each of the issues, so for instance, if I just come back to this, right, at the very end here, right, there's this side story called The Cursed Wheel Part 1. So it ran for like 9 parts, The Cursed Wheel, this is what I was just showing you. And this is a side story which ran for 9 parts, the first 9 issues, and it's really all about Duke and his trading. There's something to do with psychology and the colors as well, which I can't say that I understood everything, to be honest. But yeah, but this is a side story, Cursed Wheel. Killers in Law, that's the next side story that comes after, right, which ran from like issues, I think, 10 to 14, as the backup stories. Yeah, so part 4. Alright. And I think it does have a tie-in actually with the main story at some point. But yeah, in any case, here's the extras, director's cut, variant cover gallery, and other extras. Yeah, so this is the first issue, right? The first issue, but just in pencils, black and white pencils by John Romita Jr. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty cool to have just the pencils, right? Without the, actually no, it's pencils and the inks as well. Just no colors. Yeah. Okay, the script first draft by Scott Snyder. I think, yeah, that's issue number 1, right? Script for issue number 1. And then we have all the variants, right? Start with number 1 variant. These are all number 1 variants, right? All sorts of variants. There's a lot. They went all out, right? And then we have the number 2 variant, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then we got some more extras, the art of All-Star Batman, right? Concept art, layouts, pencils. Yeah, you can tell there's many different artists who contributed, and that's also, I guess, part of the name, right? All-Star. That's Jock, right? Jock over there. Yeah, All-Star, right? All-Star lineup of artists. You know, All-Star is, you know, it's a title that's sort of reserved for the top of the top, cream of the crop, right? So it's probably an honor for Scott Snyder to get the All-Star, you know, label, layouts, right? And yeah, sketches, and that's it. So yeah, quite a big book with quite a number of extras. This one, but it's cool to have the entire All-Star, right, in one deluxe edition. I think previously this was actually collected as 3 separate volumes, right? Like for the 3 story arcs. But yeah, so you know, this definitely, if you love Scott Snyder's work in Batman 52, right? This is definitely, these stories are way up there, right? In terms of like the action and just the way that Scott Snyder uses those villains that he's never had a chance to use. It's pretty cool seeing them all come together. So yeah, so if that sounds good, then definitely give this a shot. So All-Star Batman by Scott Snyder, the deluxe edition. Hope you enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video.